Hello, Keller ISD family, communities, and students. I just wanted to reach out one more time as we end up this week, because next week is, believe it or not, the end of the school year. May 21st is our last day of instruction. And there needed to be a few things that we kind of put a bow on some stuff at the end of this year, and then obviously just a quick conversation about how we're planning for August. But first, thank you. Thank you for continuing to roll with the punches as we have, making some decisions on the fly as we get more information. This has certainly been a exercise in flexibility and having to shift gears whenever we needed to shift gears based on guidelines that were presented to us. As we've worked on wrapping up our campuses and the work on our campus, the procedures that have been sent out from our principals to our families for students to be able to pick up their things, for teachers to be able to get into the classrooms to pick up their things, it's all in the works. If you have any questions about that at all, please just make sure you reach out to your campus principal, and they will ensure that you are able to get whatever it is that you need off the campus in a way that keeps everybody safe in an orderly fashion. But I also want to provide one more piece of information about summer. As we move into the summer, there's already been tons of work done for summer school, virtual summer school, access to curriculum over the summer. So for those parents who are interested in continuing to stay connected, all of that has already been pushed out to you. If there's a need or a desire, please visit our website, and you will be able to get access over the summer for any of our summer online work, if that's something that you want to stay connected and working on for your students. There's an extension to our summer feeding as well. Normally in Keller, there would not be a summer feeding program for a lot of different reasons that I'm not going to get into right now in the video, but we have been given permission to do it this year. So our summer feeding is extending through June, and it will be actually, I'm going to read this list to make sure it's right. We're going to change our campuses a little bit, so it's going to actually be at Basswood, Heritage, Friendship, Whitley Road, Caprock, and Keller Harville. Those will begin on May the 26th and extend through June. Again, that information will be on our website, so please stay tuned there if you need that help or assistance through the month of June. Just yesterday, we sent out some information about graduation and prom and some things to seniors. So if you haven't had a chance to see that yet, if you're a senior or a senior parent, please make sure you check your email and get the information that we have there, because we did have to make some changes regarding graduation. Again, changing on the fly because of some of the guidelines that we're working on. It did create a few limitations in terms of our ticketing issues and things like that, but just know that we're doing everything we can do to create the opportunities for our kids and the opportunities for our seniors the very best we can, given the tight restrictions that we're under as a school district and the mandates that we're being given by our venue. So if you haven't seen that, please make sure you go check out that video and the follow-up email. Summer camps has been a topic of conversation and how we're managing summer camps. We have on our website a collection of summer camps, the information that we currently have at the moment. You can go visit our summer camp site at www.kellerisd.net/summer camps. We are collecting information there. It doesn't mean it's exhaustive, but if you have sponsors, if you have coaches, they might have their own list at their own sites on their campuses. So please make sure you're checking two places, not only your campus site, but also our district site. We're trying to keep that updated as quickly as we can. But again, that changes based on latest restrictions and latest guidance that we're getting from the state. So let's talk a little bit about, that kind of wraps up the year, but let's talk a little bit about next year. There has been a lot of information floating around out there on the media, certainly on social media. There's been a lot of information coming out from TEA. Please make sure that you understand that, in fact, in this last board meeting that we had, we gave a detailed overview of what our safety and emergency management system is working on in terms of planning for next year. There are many, many things that we have to consider. It's May. We have not landed yet on exactly what August is going to look like because we don't know what the summer holds. So we are contingency planning for a lot of different things so that we can be agile. We can be flexible when August comes up, depending on what we're at in terms of the virus and in terms of the guidelines and restrictions being set forth. But just know that we are in planning, conversations, talking phases about this, but no plans have been made. I know that there has been some guidance or advice that has come out from the Texas Education Agency, otherwise known as TEA. I'm on those calls every single time that they're active for superintendent, so I have heard all of that guidance and advice. And I want to be clear that the commissioner has always been clear that anything to do with calendars, anything to do with adjustment of calendars, is 100% the decision of the local board and the local administration. TEA is not mandating a particular calendar. So I want to undo that that particular piece of concern, because I know that's been kind of floating around out there. That it's up to us to figure out what's best for our local community. So just know that that if you don't hear it from me, then likely it's just conversation that people are wanting to have. But I will certainly keep you updated if there has to be any change in the calendar. But I will tell you now, in Keller ISD, that is not a current conversation that we're having. That we don't believe that there's a need to completely blow up next year's instructional calendar. So just hang in there with me. Stay tuned, because we're going to go ahead and we'll be pushing information out all summer long if there are any adjustments that need to be made, whether it's what the day-to-day process looks like or even the calendar. But for right now, it's all talk from just providing ideas and advice from Austin, and really just providing advice for over 1,000 school districts in the entire state. Everybody's trying to come up with the best plans, and they're just providing advice out there. So take it for what it's worth, and just know that it's going to be up to us ultimately to make that decision for our community. So we'll keep communicating. We will keep letting you know what's going on. We're going to be as open and transparent with everything. And if I haven't told you about something, it's because either we're not talking about it or there's nothing to say about it. So just be aware of all of those things. We will keep things front and center for you. I want to thank you one more time. I want to thank you for all your patience with us and flexibility with us. I know that things have been difficult and hard, and we will have a great plan in place no matter what it looks like for August. But thank you. I appreciate it. Have a fantastic summer, and we'll be tuning in pretty soon. But for now, this is R-Dub signing off.